Up next, y'all, we have Mr. Braelyn Brown, who is a young man who lives with epilepsy, and he is going to share with us his experience and how he advocates for himself in school. So, Braelyn, do you want to go ahead and come onto the screen while I get your presentation up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How are you tonight, Braelyn?
I'm doing good.
Good. Well, we are so excited that you joined us. Um, and so, like I said, I will help you with your slides. Y'all, Zoom is doing something new that I've never seen it do before for presentations. So let's make sure. Oh, can everyone see the Braelyn slides? Okay, we'll go ahead, Braelyn, when you're ready.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Today I'm gonna. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous.
That's okay. Just take your time.
Okay. Today I'm going to be explaining like my experience with getting a 504 plan, like to help me in school, and also why I think that children or parents watching should get one for their children. Okay. Starting off, what is a 504 plan? A 504 plan is a type of, plan for students with disabilities who need some adjustments to the learning environment to help them meet their needs in the classroom. In my experience, this has been like I've needed a computer since my handwriting has been illegible to most teachers. So yeah, why you should get a 504 plan. If your disability hinders you from doing a certain task in school, then a 504 plan will help you by making the task easier for you. Like again, how I was saying, like with me, my handwriting illegible. So just so that the teachers could grade it, I've needed to use a computer. I've needed to use a computer for and I've been using a computer for like the past, well, since seventh grade. I'm not gonna say 2 years since the year just started. Okay, fears you might have about getting a 504 plan. Okay, so the teacher might not listen to you. You may feel excluded, and kids might make fun of you. Two of these were very apparent for me. Like I have had fears that teachers would not listen or just wouldn't care if I told them I needed to grab the computer. And heck, if I told them I needed to grab the computer, because I've noticed that like very few teachers will even ask about things like that, no matter how bad anything is, or even if you already have one set up with the school. And then feeling excluded. Before I had my whole computer situation, I used to have this like paper with certain types of lines for me to write on. That would help me, and I never used it. So that because I felt because I never used it because I felt different from the other kids who were just writing with normal paper, and I'm writing with something for like kids that can't write well. So I didn't want to use that and feel excluded for years. And then kids making fun of you. Like I have somewhat had this has been kind of the opposite for me. Like I feel like more so kids have been jealous since I've been using a computer. But I understand like how kids might make fun of you, like saying that like if you need this, like they're gonna make fun of you since you can't do what they can do. Okay. Why you should face these fears? Like, okay, so in my experience, why you should face these fears? You can do better in school. You don't have to do an assignment multiple times, and you can learn more about what helps you. Okay, so for me, this is definitely my 504 plan has helped me do a lot, has helped me do better in school because I get no, because another part of my 504 plan is I get notes from the teachers, which if it's something like a study guide that already has answers like it has fill in the blanks, sometimes I'll write on that because like how am I going to copy a whole PowerPoint page before the teacher clicks off? I can't do that. Do that. So, yeah, and I've been given notes from teachers that I've had over the years just so that I can have notes to understand. And then there have been times where then for not having to do the assignment multiple times for not yeah, since my handwriting has been bad, sometimes I've had to redo assignments like the teachers have told me I need to redo this since they couldn't read it and after learning more about what a 504 plan is and how it can help me, I've learned what I need on like a daily basis to help me as a person. Like cuz I would didn't know that cuz like say for instance you want to get a job later in life. Some things that you might have had problems with as a kid, you might still have problems with them. Cuz like me, I've had the problem with my handwriting for years. Like the since I got into school. And and I know that I know that now I probably should get I probably am going to need to use a computer for things like writing stuff down, which will make life easier for me. Next slide, please. Okay, here's some advice that I want to leave y'all with. For any parents and any kids, don't wait too long to get your 504 plan and make sure that the teacher understands it. Those two kind of go together. And then think more like when and then don't think more about what you need than what other people would think about you because like for the don't wait too long part is like I waited until like 7th grade to start using a computer, which I am I am lucky I got it that early on because like I'm in high school now. If I started trying to use the computer now, it probably wouldn't work out so well for me. Like I probably wouldn't be able to use the computer since I had waited too long to try and making sure the teachers understand. It's because like I've had like only one teacher who has actually asked about it. Who's actually like 1 to 2 teachers who have actually asked about my handwriting and just gave me a computer first and just let me use a computer instantly. Like others, I've had to resubmit. I'd have to like give. My mom has had to like email the teachers about this for more of my teachers than for more teachers than I can think of probably. And then like think about what you need more than what others think is like if you just are thinking about what others think, then you're not going to be able to do what can help you in school. So and that can really affect you in the long run. Like you could be trying to get a job in the future and like or actually just trying to apply for college, them seeing your grades like thinking, "Oh, they're not good at this subject." But no, really it's just you're good at it. It's just you didn't you didn't have a way you didn't have everything you needed to help you excel. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Braelyn. You always do such an amazing job at being an advocate for other kids with epilepsy. And we're always so proud of you for sharing, what you've done and how it's helped you. That brings us to kind of the end of the formal part of our our webinar today. So I do want to see if we have any questions. So far, Braelyn, just so you know, we don't have any questions, just a lot of comments about how awesome you are. And thank you for sharing again with us today. So are there, though, any other questions for Braelyn or Dr. Shaw or Rachel? So I did see there's one for where we can access the recorded meeting. Lisa or Cassie, I think you said it would be on Epilepsy Alliance America's website after it's ready.
Be on Epilepsy Alliance America's website, our YouTube channels, and we will email everybody who was registered for tonight and let them know when they are available, either tomorrow or Monday.
Awesome. More thank yous for Braelyn. And that is it. Okay, so I'm gonna just, let's see, share our last couple of slides.
Amanda, there's one question about nasal rescue meds.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Okay, hold on.
No, it just came in.
Okay.
I think it's around coverage and the cost. Dr. Shaw, I'm not sure if you're able to see that question. I've asked our son's neurologist about rescue meds. He said it's very expensive and often not covered. Want to know about the accuracy of that, which we realize will depend on insurance coverage, and also what is the shelf life of the nasal spray?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. We get this all the time. A lot of times the insurance company denies it based on how it's written. So we have to be very specific. Sometimes if it's written just for seizures, they may not cover it. You have to make sure you put status epilepticus or seizures more than 5 minutes, or cluster seizures. Right now, currently the insurer approval is that if you have cluster seizures or if you have seizures more than 5 minutes, you can get it approved. Second is that yes, it is costly. I'm not sure the pricing, but what I've heard from the patients is it can sometimes cost $300 to $400 out of pocket if they try to purchase it. But if you have insurance, then you can always talk to your provider. Either we can get it prior authorization or we can get appeal. So if it gets denied, don't feel disappointed. Your provider can also appeal it, because there is no reason for the insurance company to deny it if you have an epilepsy diagnosis. Every child with epilepsy needs to have rescue medication as long as you are meeting the criteria. So for example, you mentioned about nasal rescue med. So if it's midazolam, if it's Nasilam, it may not be approved if your child is less than 12 years. But if your child is between 6 years and above, the nasal diazepam, which is Valtoco, should be available for you. But the kid is below 6 years, between 2 years and 6 years, the only medication that you have is the rectal diastat. And let's say if that you don't have insurance coverage, then you always have Clonopin available, clonazepam, which is a oral dissolving tablet that's always available for you, and it only costs $10. Yes. So next question is, currently we have clonazepam wafers. Our son is 15. We haven't had to use, but we had it in our hand. So yes, that's a good point, Melissa. Yeah, you can always have clonazepam wafers. Yes, another question which I have from Diane is, if you have seizures are always shorter than 5 minutes, and if you have never gone into status epilepticus, can you still be approved for rescue medication? Yes. So rescue medications are approved for any patient with epilepsy. You don't have to go into the status epilepticus because that's the treatment for it. I mean, we don't want you to go into the status epilepticus. That's why we have the rescue medication. Sometimes we use 3 minutes. Some physician use 5 minutes. If the seizures are more than 3 minutes, we can administer rescue medication as well. But yes, even if it's a shorter seizure, you need to have a rescue medication.
All right, I was going to give everybody just another second for questions, but it does look like that is all the ones that we have for tonight. So I want to share some of our last slides are some of our resources that are available. These resources are all available at epilepsyallianceamerica.com. They include a Black to School checklist, a downloadable seizure action plan, rescue medications both in English and in Spanish, which have now been refilmed without masks. Thank you, Lisa and EAA, for getting that done. Trust posters, which I don't think we showed a picture of tonight. These are really, really good. They go over the basic steps of responding to a seizure, and we always recommend giving some to the school to put up or to hand out to anybody who may be able to, or who may need to respond to a seizure. Our on-demand training by Epilepsy Alliance America is also available there as well. And then our list of member organizations. I do really encourage everyone, if you are having any trouble in school, navigating any of this, please see if you have a member organization near you that you can call, and they can try to give you some assistance. This is, again, we are Epilepsy Alliance Louisiana. If you need us locally, we are happy to help. And then our final slide is just to thank Norellis, who, through their generous support, made this possible. And with that, y'all, that is our night. Thank you again to all of our presenters for sharing your time and experience. And like I said, please follow up with everyone if you have any questions. All right. Thanks, guys.